wandering in the deep, deep oceans, sinking ships like no other, the biggest of the bad. Well, kind of biggest of the bad. It's a fairly small creature to go and sea for, but once you in the ocean, you roam surprisingly saltwater, freshwater, doesn't matter. It roams all sorts of waters, coming in variety of colors, and mostly looking like a snapping turtle, with some levels of draconic features to go with. As it stands, it is one of those creatures that even as you pass through, you offer gold to go for it, and safe passage most likely be allowed. It has pretty much the same kind of level of senses as dragons, albeit lower standards. I mean, it's got your standard low light vision, dark vision. Instead of blind sense, it gets scent, so great off to go for. AC is accounted for mostly by size, obviously. I mean, 15 natural armor just from that big bulky body that exists in the water. It is a CR9, so it's not like the most impractical thing. It does own some level of shared immunities from dragons, being it's immune to being fire, sleep, paralysis. Pretty common features that dragons like to be immune to right off the bat. Has its obvious speeds of 20, considering it's built to be in the water more than it is the land. Considering it don't have toes, you can't blame it for not walking for nothing. Its swim speed is surprisingly low, and between the fact that it actually owns claws, even though the picture really doesn't depict it owning claws, it kind of has flippers, so be my guest. Its obvious bite attack does bite attack stuff, so that's always a good track to go for. It owns its breath weapon and the capsize ability. As being a huge creature, it's surprisingly low strength for a good chunk of them. I mean, it's stronger than an average huge sized creature, but considering it's supposed to be dragon like and it doesn't break 30, if it's on par with other dragons for the most part. I think it might outstrength the white dragon. Its constitution kind of lacks, but that's really odd. But whatever, we live with that. We roll with that. 10 dexterity. Go figure. Huge size creature, no dex. Intelligence, wisdom, and charisma, making it fairly intelligent and actually semi-barters with it. And actually learning Common, Aquayan, and Draconic does help it with that bartering. Beats, on the other hand, they're kind of weird. I mean, Awesome Blow, it's a huge size, so it gets the benefits of using that. But then it gets stuff like Blind Fight. Cleave. I mean, Cleave isn't bad, and its power attack kind of ends up relating to it. I mean, it's a Bestiary 1, so beats aren't amazing. It's close to animals, so improved initiative's not surprising to see on it. Improved Bull Rush makes sense since it has its loveliness of capsizing boats by ramming into them, so that works out. Base attack bonus is based off its hit dice, which it actually has the dragon type, so it gets that solid D12 with maximum attack every level, so that's good. It's got 4 legs, so it gets its bonus against trip, as with every other 4-legged creature. As for skills, obviously its swim check is going to be super ridiculously good. All the bonuses towards swim is always there between its swim check, its bonuses to other nonsense. Oddly enough, it gets a bonus towards its stealth in water, but it's not really going to do well in water. I mean, even if you maxed ranks to the 12, it's still going to be okay. Its size kind of ruins that. That solid, I think, -8 to stealth kind of tanks it into the ground. It is, weirdly enough, an actual class skill for it, so that's kind of scary to picture. Other than that, usually run into 1. It's dragon-like, so running into 1 makes sense. And seeing as they're very individualistic anyways, they tend to own, I think it's somewhere around like 100 miles of water is usually their claim for territory, so They roam way farther than you need to. Outside of that, it has a breath weapon, as with any other dragons. And it is a fairly nice breath weapon. I mean, it does the lowest of d6 because it's fire damage, and it's very common. But at 1 per hit dice and being 50 feet long and 25 feet wide and 20 feet high, this thing is built to cook. Especially when it comes to the fact that it does fire damage. So outside of land, it'll cook you. Inside of the water, it'll cook you without having to worry about any penalties. Seeing as it literally breathes a cloud of steam, I'm pretty sure it isn't going to be super amazing on land. But this thing isn't really built to be playing in the land. After that, it is designed, as the name implies, to capsize ships. It is very scary how efficient it is to capsizing ships. It is only a DC 25 or the boat captain's profession check, which most of the time is going to probably be the profession check, purely because most likely that captain is going to be running the ship once that happens. Although it says captain, I don't know very many captains who are actually going to be the ones in charge of that problem. Usually you're not seeing them control the ship bow. But boy, we don't worry about ships in this issue. Otherwise, I mean, it's huge size, so it doesn't really get a good benefit to try and capsize. This is where the issue comes in. It is designed to capsize stuff, but most ships that you're going to be seeing in the area that's roaming it are going to be significantly bigger than huge. So it's already taken a -10 to that check anyway. So even though the DC's 25, it's realistically 35 or more, if not just based off the profession check. Moving out from there, they still own dragon habits. So they will collect treasure and hoard it. I mean, it's hoarded underwater in caves, so I mean, it gets to collide with the brass or bronze. I think it's brass. No, it's bronze and gold dragons, and the occasional silver dragon if you're unlucky. But for the most part, it's going to be gold dragons, and it's going to be your brass dragons that are competitors on caves. So you choose what you will at that point. Its diet is mostly fish, obviously, and people, when it gets the chance to actually drop people drown. Other than that, it does eat seaweed, but you can't blame anything for eating seaweed anymore. As its size mass goes for, it probably sustains itself off of one meal for like a month or two. Very few things to go around, and the large fish are obviously its big main targets. So, tuna, sturgeons, even sometimes sharks. But this thing's big enough, it probably tanks through most of that going to it. And beyond that, it's built pretty much to be tanky and dragony, without really being one of the true dragons. But it fits into that role. And as it said, it can exist in saltwater. And if you're really unlucky, it can own up and take over the loveliness of freshwater. So you may even have one that decides it wants to own a lake and the territory usually around the lake, which then makes it a problem for a lot of the local villagers and other wildlife, because now you're getting that to become an eaten thing. But between the vast territories and dragon-like traits, this snapping turtle of a creature does definitely own up to the dragon traits it likes to exude. Beyond that, it's not really common to deal with. I mean, I guess through the shipwreck campaign, you'll probably run into a dragon turtle. But for the most part, since you avoid water in the first place in most campaigns, a dragon turtle isn't going to be common. But don't let it be mistaken, it is going to be a powerful threat for something that lives in the water. As with pretty much everything. I mean, if you go look up the giant Monterey eel, even that thing is a monster to pop out of the water to attack you. But overall, it's a dragon. What else do you want from it? To hoard treasure, kill people, and take their stuff? Or, in some cases, be easily bribed off. Either way, you get to deal with a dragon and feel confident for claiming you're a dragon slayer. So, until next time, bye bye!